And making his way to the cage, we have Dom Marfan.
And he's a BJJ blue belt, and he's actually making his MMA debut tonight. And he comes out at a great gym, Assassin MMA, trains with the likes of Paul Loger and that. Marcus Collins, his coach.
You cannot go wrong with Marcus Collins. He's had a few good guys come out of that stable.
Oh, 100%. And I can't wait to see what Dom Marfan's got from us.
And that noise can only mean one thing. Jarvis Wickham on the way to the cage.
100%, mate, and he's coming now from Alliance BJJ in Brizzy. And as you can hear, the crowd's going a little bit nuts for him. There's a good support here from this guy. So it's going to be great to see how... And we've got a little bit of a C-class event going on here, so a little bit of change in the rules.
Mate, we bleed him. Tell us a bit about C-class,
this evening is an amateur catchweight bout contested over 3 3-minute rounds. And introducing first, fighting out of the blue corner, he weighed in at 66.7 kilos and trains out of Sassam MMA. Tonight, he makes his MMA debut. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Dom Marfan. And his opponent, fighting out of the red corner, he weighed in at 67.2 kilos and trains out of Alliance BJJ here in Brisbane. Tonight, he makes his MMA debut. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jarvis Jarritos Wickham. And when the action begins, your referee in charge of the action, Thomas Churchill.
Locks there, so we're not looking at any sort of knee bars or anything like that, just the straight foot locks.
Great way to introduce the boys to MMA, but this doesn't matter. Both boys have come out swinging.
And that's what you usually see, you know, amateur MMA, they both debuts, they want to get into it nice and early.
Yeah, it's very important that they don't blow their game too early. I know when you have your first fight, sometimes it can just be a bit of a blur. The adrenaline kicks in.
Jarvis working, nice single there,
so
gets him down.
Jarvis did a great job there when he saw that Dom had widened that stance, switched to the single leg from the double, and that's how he finished that one off. So, of course, in the corner for him, we have Brendan the Badger O'Reilly, former UFC veteran. So, once again, continuing our trend this evening and just showing off some of the amazing up-and-coming talent we have here in this country.
Well, you know what? There's only one way you get to the UFC, boys, and that's by doing and being at local MMA. So if anyone out there has never been to a local MMA event, let me tell you, get your asses down and find yourself a seat.
Oh, and back to the action, guys. Look at this. It is action-packed. You got Wickham now looking for that high crutch.
Nice little knee there in the clinch. He's done well with that underhook there, Dom.
Marfan doing a good job to turn. Beautiful knee up against the cage.
Fighting for position here. Nice head position from Dom as well. Using that 3-point pressure. And they're really testing each other here, aren't they? You know, they're testing each other's strengths.
And here's a guillotine attempt. Looks like it might actually be under the chin there. Going to be really hard to engage his hips in this position.
Marfan's going to want to step over now, and he's done that. Just got to be careful. He should be able to pop that head out from there if he can fight those hands. He's done that. Now, you can only punch to the body there. If you're at home wondering why the punches weren't to the head, you cannot strike to the head in C-class rules in that position.
He's working hard for the back here.
Yeah, and that's one thing that the shin pads make a lot more difficult. He's trying to get your hooks in when you've got someone's back like that, because obviously your shins have got an extra probably 2 inches worth of size on them that you're not used to with the jiu-jitsu.
And you know what? The boys have known that this has been C-class since they've signed up for the fight, so they've probably been training in this sort of attire.
Yep.
So it's not such a big deal as what it might seem.
Yeah, good coaches will also always make sure that their C-class fighters are rolling their jiu-jitsu rounds with shin pads on, just so they get used to that feeling.
It's good to see the lads work on the ground here a little bit. Nice side control from Jarvis. He's staying quite heavy. Nice shot. He's looking to mount. He catches in the half guard.
He wasn't in a bad position there because he could work the body. Sometimes you see these C-class fighters, they get into this position and then they don't know where to punch. So the half guard in C-class is not a bad position to be in. Marfan there working the body as well from bottom position. Good job to reverse position.
That's
an
the end of round
action-packed
one.
first round.
What, you know, we don't even get a breather in that, lads. You know, it's 3 minutes of absolute action-packed. Fantastic.
He's done a very good job at keeping that intensity so far.
And if anyone at home, they're watching the stream, if you want to jump on your little app, mate, you can grab the Neds app and you can get a little bet down on these guys.
I know, why are you looking at me, Wombat? I know nothing about
You're
betting.
an absolute degenerate, and I know that for a fact. But boy,
With Melbourne Cup coming up, you know what? I do have it on my phone. I got it on all my phones.
But 100%, guys, they're both paying $1.87 on this fight. You probably can't get on this fight, but if you get on there and you download the Neds app, you can bet on the rest of the fight card.
You can see Dan here at the booth. He's in his app store right now.
Quickly downloading. I don't think it'd be fair for me to use it, fellas. I feel like I'm a little too close to the action.
As we go to round number 2, XFC37.
Here we go, round number 2, and they've got a round in the books now, guys. You know, they were debutants coming into it. Oh, nice little jab there.
Some really nice straight punches to kick things off for Dom Marfan here.
Dom Marfan in the red trunks. Both boys showing good composure for their first fight as well.
Oh, beautiful timing on the double leg.
Yeah, it's great entry there, Dan.
Hands are clasped, so he should be able to get a finish here if he... Yeah, here we go.
Absolutely
It's a
beautiful.
big up, great takedown. Absolutely fantastic. He's looking to pass straight away. Dom's doing a good job.
Yeah, Marfan looking to try and create some room there.
Yeah, and we see Jarvis there trying to tie out the legs, getting that almost like a low mount position, something that you see Khabib Nurmagomedov work from that position a lot in the UFC.
He's done a great job to work out of that. Back to their feet.
So, ladies and gentlemen, what a fight we have underway here. It is a C-class fight, remember? So that's why there are no strikes to the head of a grounded opponent.
And as you might have heard there, the triple threat is jumped on the microphone just to let the crowd know that this is actually a C-class event. No, because when you come down here sometimes, you know, C-class is a little bit different to the UFC. And if it's your first time down to a local MMA event, you actually might know what's going on. So it's a great job by XFC letting the whole, you know, everyone in the building know exactly what's going down.
Fantastic introduction into the sport, but both these boys, geez, they don't look like that is their first fight at the moment. They're both doing a fantastic job.
And that's what we were saying before, mate. The level of MMA that's coming through now is just ridiculous, you know. These guys are debutants.
Well, look at the two coaches. You've got Marcus Collins, you've got Brendan O'Reilly. You know, it's hard to beat, boys. It's hard to beat. That shows the level of Australian MMA and how it's progressing in this country. It's fantastic to see.
Dom Marfan is doing such a great job of using that head positioning on the fence as he starts to break a little bit now.
And some big shots.
He's landing good here, Dom.
A little bit of claret coming from Wickham's nose there too. He did a good job to get that takedown. He needed that at that point of time.
And 30 seconds to go in the round. This is a close round. Of course, we had the big slam earlier from Jarvis Wickman, and now we saw Dom Marfan control, I guess you'd say, the middle portion of this round. So coming into the home stretch here, going to be a tough one to score.
And you know what? If we're watching pros, we're saying what great experience that is. But, you know, we keep banging on about it's these guys' first fight. 10 seconds to go. Who's going to take this round?
Both boys want it. You can see the determination here.
That's
What
it.
a round. Fantastic.
And that's the end of the second round. Look, on my scorecards, I don't have a clue who's winning this fight, lads. So what do you think, Benny?
Oh, mate, you always put me on the spot. I'm going to keep it as a surprise till the end, mate. That's what I'm
thanks,
going to do.
Yeah, the C-class rule set almost favours strikers in a way, because we saw a couple of big takedowns there from Jarvis Wickman, but potentially maybe not getting the damage off that he would have in a different rule set. So Really tough round to score there.
Yeah, it's a little bit of a different sport, isn't it? You know, you've really got to adjust as the fight's going on. But like we said, the guys that they have in their corner, they're obviously going to eat that up for breakfast.
Yeah,
so it's going to be very interesting to see what sort of instructions they're giving the lads coming out for round number 3.
Seconds down as we come into round number 3 of this debut amateur competition.
Here we go, round number 3, and the cobwebs have definitely been blown out now, lads.
Some big shots early by Marfan.
Oh, nice stuff. He stuffed that very nicely. He's looking to wrap the neck. They're right in front of us here.
Him doing a good job. He's got those hands clasped. We just want to see him transition a little lower now.
He's dropping his weight by the looks of it, and there it is. Takes him down nicely. Nice shots from the bottom here, though, from Dom.
Yeah, Marfan now just doing some big damage to the body there. It's not bad in these rules. It's not a bad game plan in this rule set.
Dom's looking for that underhook on the left-hand side, but it's slipping out.
Marfan looking to create some distance here. Trying to push him off and use that cage, free those hips. And he looks to step up from here.
Just a reminder, there's no strikes to head in this position.
One thing that I'm really impressed both the fighters is their cardio, the conditioning to do. Now coming into the home stretch of 3 rounds with a grappling heavy fight like it's been, tell you what, if you've never trained at home or done fought yourself, this type of fight is absolutely grueling on the gas tank.
He's done a great job. He looks like he's in full mount now.
Look, this is great work by Wickham as well, just controlling here. So it's very hard to win a fight off your back. It's a hard position. If I was in his corner, I'd probably want to see him just trying to land a few more strikes to the body, try and do some damage, score those points, steal this round. And see Marfan working off his back. That's a good job that he's doing from there.
He's done a good job. He's reclaimed half. He's looking to reclaim his full guard now. It's a very good job there.
Yeah, Marfan looks like he wants to try and get that high guard working.
And here it is. Look out for the triangle, lads.
There's that triangle. He's got that arm. Let's see how he goes with it. Does he have any leverage?
Transitioning to the armbar.
Oh, look out. It's tight.
There
it's
it is.
over. What an amazing performance from his back. Dom Marfan, everybody.
What a way to finish that round.
What a great fight. What a great fight.
We don't go to the judges again.
No, we don't need judges
I think
tonight.
we should dock their pay.
Every single person watching at home, let's not look for decisions tonight, baby. We're in for some great action. What a great fight. Debutants, unbelievable.
If you've just joined us, welcome to XFC37. I'm with Wombat and Dan Maudsley.
So, ladies and gentlemen, our referee has called a stop to this contest at 2 minutes of round number 3, declaring your winner by submission due to an armbar in the blue corner, Dom Marfan.